This morning, the president is also reacting to that official watchdog report on the origins of the Russia investigation. Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas has those details for us. Good morning, Pierre.
Robin, good morning. The report found the Russia investigation was launched legally. No evidence of a political coup against President Trump, but the Justice Department watchdog did find serious failures by the FBI. The FBI director sitting down with us responding to it all. The Justice Department Inspector General revealing the FBI had enough evidence pointing to either a federal crime or threat to national security or both to justify launching the Russia probe at the height of the presidential election in 2016. The launch apparently not influenced by political bias. This despite years of the president and his allies calling the investigation a witch hunt.
It was illegal spying.
An attempted coup.
President Obama had to know about it.
But on a more narrow front, the Inspector General also issued this damning assessment, finding FBI officials made serious errors and omissions in applying for surveillance warrants to monitor the communications of a Trump campaign associate, Carter Page. Adding agents failed to meet the basic obligation to ensure the applications were scrupulously accurate. Agents did not tell DOJ attorneys about information that may have weakened their case for surveillance. In an exclusive interview with ABC News, FBI Director Christopher Wray saying extensive reforms are underway to address the IG's concerns.
There are actions described in this report that I consider unacceptable and unrepresentative of who we are.
But the president pounced.
This was an overthrow of government. This was an attempted overthrow, and a lot of people were in on it.
And this morning, the Attorney General William Barr, in a blistering statement, publicly challenging the report's findings, writing the Justice Department began an intrusive investigation of a U.S. presidential campaign on the thinnest of suspicions that were insufficient to justify the steps taken. Barr's position likely to please the president's allies, who believe he has been the victim of the so-called deep state. Charges rejected by the FBI director.
Based on the findings in the Inspector General report, is the FBI, was it part of some deep state?
Well, I think that's the kind of label that is a disservice to the 37,000 men and women who work at the FBI. That's not a term I would ever use.
So the FBI did not spy on the Trump campaign?
Well, that's not a term at the FBI we use to describe our work.
Do you have any evidence that the FBI targeted the Trump campaign unfairly?
I don't.
Wray said he respects Barr, but the two men clearly have a different point of view on the launch of the Russia probe. And Wray warned that the Russians had not only aggressively attacked the 2016 election, they're still at it, the biggest threat to the 2020 election. George?
Okay, Pierre, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, for more on this. We showed President Trump in Pierre's piece. He called this a coup, illegal spying, said that President Obama knew, all completely debunked by the Inspector General's report.
Right, so 4 times the Inspector General in the report asked the question, was this motivated based on politics? And the answer again and again was no, on everything from the start of the investigation to the use of undercover sources to even the applications for the FISA warrants. None of it, the Inspector General found, was based on politics. But there were serious mistakes made with regard to the FISA application. But it's important to separate out the two, right? You've got the beginning of the investigation, which is the most important question, which is they're investigating someone associated with the Trump campaign. And on that one, the IG is saying that it was valid for them, at least based on what they had and the low standard that existed, to begin the investigation. It was part 2, which was the FISA application of Carter Page, who no longer worked on the campaign, that they were much more critical of.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.